Hello and welcome to Business Communications 3313. This is a welcoming video, so I'm going to go over the basics of the course in this video and then uh, record other videos for the other chapters of the book. There'll be a video for each chapter, and the videos will be available periodically, but they'll be all finished before Monday, uh, which is the beginning of the course, June 1st. So let's start out with going over, if you haven't gone on to Blackboard, this would be Blackboard. Okay, so it's business communications and report writing. And first thing, so if you don't see this, there's that little button right there that you click and there it comes up. So it says start here, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's the syllabus. Here's one just for the research paper, the discussion board, the weekly textbook assignments. These three things will also be found up here. Okay, so let's just look at the syllabus. You'd click on this, and then you would click on that for it to come up. I've already done that. So let me just bring it over into this screen. So here we are, Business Communications 3313. This is my information here. I won't be in my office at all this summer. So the phone number will not be, they don't forward it, and so I really don't know. I could have a million messages on there because I wasn't back since spring break, since we worked from home. So please don't call this number because I won't get it, and if you go to my office, I won't be there. So the best way to reach me is to go online, email me at this email address. And if you need to do something that's kind of face-to-face virtually, we can do a Zoom, or we can just communicate through email, whichever is easier for you. Okay, textbook. This is the textbook here, and that's what it looks like. And then, of course, here's the information. You need the access code for it. So be sure to get the access code to it. If you are taking multiple courses through Cengage, then you might want to go and get the unlimited package. And if you go onto their site, which I believe I have a link to it here, you can see the different options that they give you. Because then you can you pay one price and it's available for all your courses. Email requirement, I will only use ECU email, and I will only respond to ECU email. So if you have Gmail or Hotmail or something other kind of mail, I will not respond to it. And it normally goes into spam, and so I don't even see it. So please only use your ECU email. Okay. And then getting started, access Blackboard automatically open the homepage. And then what I just show you to the left is all that information. Start here in week 1, week 2, week 3. Here's our accreditation information through the ACBSP. And that all goes through the ACBSP. And here's their symbol and all that good stuff. And then here's the Stone Site for School Business Core Values, or ICARE. ICARE stands for integrity, candor, accountability, respect, and excellence. So if the dean ever asks you what the core values are, you could say ICARE, and then he'll say, what does ICARE stand for? And you can say integrity, candor, accountability, respect, and excellence. And if he asks where you learned that, you can say this class, and then I'll get a brownie point. But it's important to the school, so that's why we go over it. Course description, this is the technical parts of the course description that is for the ACBSP accreditation. All these are required to make sure that we go through these, list them, and you will, at the end of the course, you should be able to go back and say, oh yeah, I learned this in chapter 4, or I learned this in chapter 14, or whatever the case may be. Here's your learning outcomes. These are the things that you should learn once the course has been completed, should have learned throughout the course. Okay, computer access policy, students' responsibility to access the course with a reliable computer through a reliable network, internet. Barring an ECU network problem, I have no way of determining whether failure to complete assignment was your fault individually or the computer network's fault. Since no one's on campus, it all has to be up to you to make sure it gets finished on time. So I would strongly recommend not waiting to the last minute to submit your assignments, because if they're late, they're late. And if you waited till the last minute to try and send it, and the internet's down, then it's going to be late. And many of the assignments have a really um, harsh penalty if they're late. Okay. If you do have problems during the day, Monday through Friday, this is the help desk phone number and their email. But they are only Monday through Friday, or excuse me, Monday through Thursday. They're starting their summer hours, so it's Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 5:30, I think it is, starting next week, starting June 1st. Okay, so here's your grading system. Um, so weekly textbook assignments, all total is 280 points. The research paper is 300 points. The rough draft is 70 points. Discussion board entries totals 140 points, and the Applia MindTap assignments total 210 points. This is why you have to have the access code to be able to do these, and of course, it's 21% of your grade. So it totals 1,000 points. And then here's the range to get the letter grade. Notice it says 800 to 890. Excuse me, 800 to 899 points. So if you have 898 points, that's within this range, and you'll get a B. Okay, so there's no giving points at the end. This is the range, so there's no rounding up because it's 899 points is a B. So I would strongly encourage you to do all of this part so that you are not stuck in this 99 part and be 1 point away from the next letter up. Okay. Due dates, read the syllabus carefully and become familiar with the assignments you need and to complete when each assignment is due. The ability to meet deadlines is critical, as I had said previously. There are no exams in this course, so that should be good. Okay, let me click on this. Every time I say this, it changes the alignment, unfortunately. So textbook assignments, 280 points. Each week there will be a textbook assignment you will do on Word and then save it, and then you'll upload it into Blackboard, and that's under the weekly assignments. Research paper. You complete an individual paper which will require you to research a specific topic related to social media marketing. So anything that has to do with social media marketing. It doesn't matter, whatever you're interested in, research it and write a paper on it. The research paper must be APA 7th edition. Okay, this is 7th edition. It's brand new, just came out this year. So the 6th edition is no longer valid. We're now using the 7th edition. Okay. Must be a title page, table of contents, an abstract, reference pages at the end, in addition to the body. The references must be from academic journals, technical journals, and or marketing journals. No books or magazines or wikis or anything like that. Okay. Best way is to go through the library's search engine. There's a video on the library website that says exactly how to do it. And if you're still not sure, there will be a librarian there over the summer. And I would strongly encourage you to start this early in the summer session so that you can make an appointment to talk with her. And if you just go to the library's website, there's a lot more information there, including her contact information. And she'll be happy to help you with any questions that you have about APA 7th edition. Minimum of 10 references are required and must be cited a maximum of 3 times. So you can't get 10 references and cite one reference more than 3 times. Every paragraph, also you can't cite the same reference 2 times in a row. So if you're writing each paragraph should have 2 citations and they should be different. But your last citation in one paragraph should not be the first citation in the next paragraph. And of course, in one paragraph, you shouldn't have the same citation twice. Okay? Minimum of 8 pages and a maximum of 10 pages is required. 95% of the body should have citations. It excludes the introduction and conclusion. Those are the only two paragraphs that don't need to have a citation. All the other paragraphs need to have at least two different citations. Okay. It's an academic research paper, not an opinion paper. It's not a creative paper, thought paper. Therefore, this paper is to be written in third person. There should not be any I's, me's, we's, us, and so on, which is first person. It's a third person paper. Also, no direct quotes. Okay, it's a very brief paper. Everything should be paraphrased. Okay, this paper is too brief for quotes. Every direct quote will result in 20-point loss of your score. Okay, so please do not do any quotes. Every sentence that should have a citation, but you did not include a citation, will result in 20 points. For example, if you have 8 sentences that should have citations, and you did not have any citations, paper will lose 160 points out of 300. Obviously, that's a failing grade. Okay, because if you don't cite something, it's plagiarism. You took an idea from a journal article, which is someone else's work, someone else's research, and you put it in your paper and you did not give them credit for it. That's the definition of plagiarism. Okay, that's why I'm so strict on this, because even if you're not intending to, you are plagiarizing, even if it's paraphrased, not a direct quote. Paraphrasing, as long as you're getting the idea from the journal articles, which you should, but you have to cite them so that you give credit to the author of that journal article. Okay, so everything should be paraphrased and everything should be cited within the paper, and then you won't have any plagiarism and you won't have to worry about this. Okay, it's due on or before 11:59 p.m. on Saturday of the 8th week, which is the last Saturday of July. Okay. The rough draft should have an outline of the paper. Reference pages must be completed in APA 7th edition format. The title page, so I should have at least 10 references in your rough draft, and they on the reference page, and they should be completed APA 7th edition format. Rough draft is due on or before 11:59, Saturday of week 4, which I believe is the last Saturday of June. Okay. Discussion entry board, 140 points. Go into the discussion, minimum of 100 words, original thread, which is due each Wednesday by 11:59, and then you have to respond to 2 different students' initial entry by Saturday 11:59. So every Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. your initial entry is due, and then every Saturday 11:59 p.m. 2 responses are due. By of your classmates, 2 different classmates. Okay, so a total of 3 is needed. Apply is 210 points. You go in there and you go right to the Applia's site, and anything with orange is what you need for that. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit to show you how that works in a different video, because we're almost out of time. So June 1st to June 6th, review the syllabus, chapters 1 and 2. You do your discussion board. That's what DB stands for, is discussion board. Wednesday 11:59 is the initial one. Then Saturday 11:59, all the other assignments are due. Okay, June 7th to 13th, chapters 3 and 4, 5 and 6, all the way down in the research paper. Okay, and the rest of the syllabus is pretty much standard ECU policy that you'd see. There's your netiquette. Make sure you follow this so that we don't have to file any paperwork or get you in trouble or anything. So be sure to follow these so that everybody can be respectful of everybody else. Make sure on your discussion board entries that you have at least 100 words on your first entry and at least 50 on each of the responses. That's a minimum, not a maximum. Okay? And so it should be a really good semester. Here's the important dates. We don't have an exam. I have it due the last Saturday, so I have these 2 days to grade all the papers. So that's why it's due the last Saturday of July instead of the 27th, so that I have time. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to a great semester.